Three, four. Hello and welcome to C++ Vector Template. My name is Brett Robley. I teach C++ programming at Cal State University Fullerton. The class is ISDS 371 and this is spring 2019. In this video we're going to look at the vector class, and vector is a container, sequence container that is extremely fast in terms of adding elements and searching elements, and you use it basically whenever you would want to use an array. You should probably start with a vector. Okay, so open up Visual Studio, create a new project, C++ empty project, and let's call this vector. And this is not code in our textbook. This is code from another textbook called C++ Programming, an Object-Oriented Approach by Feruzin and Gilberg from McGraw-Hill Education. All right, so this simple program will test forward and reverse iterators and show you how to populate and navigate through a vector. Let me close this Solution Explorer, give us a little more screen real estate here. So each of the sequence containers, vector, deck, and list, provide for a couple of different types of iterators, forward and reverse, and then for each of those there's a constant version, but we probably won't cover that right now. Get these comments typed in to make sure proper attribution is given to the people that wrote this program. For the semester programming project, you'll probably want to use a vector to store all of the 59,000 plus airports that you will be processing. Okay, so let's go ahead and include vector to get access to these classes, and IOStream, of course, for our CN, Cout, endline, and getLine. We'll include IOMinIp so that we can print out nicely formatted output. We'll use the namespace standard. Again, all STL symbols live in the standard namespace for C++. So here we'll construct a vector of 10 elements and two iterators, one forward, one reverse. And this vector will be integers. And notice in this video I'm putting a space between the vector and the data type that we're selecting for the vector. I like this, it looks a little nicer. It doesn't look so esoteric. And iter is our forward iterator. Our iter is going to be our reverse iterator. And now we'll change the value of elements in the vector. We'll create a for loop here that will generate the values that we're going to initialize the vector to at runtime, not at compile time. The at method allows you to randomly access the vector. We're going to do it in sequential order, but you don't have to. You could say at 500 if there was a 500th element. We'll basically populate it by taking the loop control variable I and multiplying it by itself. So we'll just basically square it. And now we'll print out using the forward iterator vec.begin positions us before the first element. Iter not equal to vec.end means that we are testing to see if we have reached the end of the vector. And then we increment iter as if it was a pointer. Go ahead and set the width in the stream, and then we will use indirection on iter to get at the value. Print out a new line after we're done. Now we'll start printing in reverse order. And this will look much the same as the forward iterator. We're just going backwards now. If you're a slow typist, you might want to just copy lines 19 through 23 or 24 and paste them in again. But if you're not uncomfortable typing, you can just type all of this in. And notice the rbegin, vec.rbegin puts us at the end of the vector. And we test for vec.rend. Which really is the reverse end, which puts us right at the beginning before the first element in the vector. I'll use system pause to pause the output, return success to the operating system, and let's give this a try. Okay, no errors, so you can see the forward iteration and the reverse iteration, and that's the end of the